What's up, guys? This is going to be the final Cyndago update or CyndaVlog or whatever we've called it over these 3 years. Of course, by now everyone has heard the news. Unfortunately, Daniel has passed away, and I thought I'd give you the history of Cyndago, just our connection. We started Cyndago December 17th, 2012, but there's a lot more history to us than that. I first met Daniel my junior year of high school. We were both on the same newspaper staff and broadcast journalism staff at our high school, and we were both reporters, and we didn't really I don't know, we didn't kick it off. We didn't talk that much. Until senior year. Senior year kicked in. He was out of newspaper. I was still in newspaper, but we were both still in broadcast journalism. I became producer of the broadcast show. I'm trying not to say its name, but he was a reporter, so I was in charge of him. And there was this awkward joking. I don't know. It was hard to be friends, or I don't know. I was a weird introvert kid, anyways. But the latter half of our high school careers, that's when we started to click. I started hanging out with Gray more. We started playing Gears of War, and thus, since him and Gray were really close, Daniel and I would hang out. And the first time we hung out, it was this film test, and we were going to make also this commercial making fun of people who had DSLRs with a DSLR camera, because the DSLR camera was just recently becoming very popular. And so we wanted to do that. So we just did, we just joked around, and then we started hanging out a lot, and that's when we started becoming really close. He would spend so many nights at my house. I remember one of the things he said was, "I spend so much time at your house. I'm wondering if your parents think I have a bad home life," and that can be farther from the truth. So we started hanging out every day, and we'd watch movies. We'd lay out on my driveway. He'd be on my right, I'd be on the left, and we'd look up at the sky, and we'd just talk about dreams and aspirations, problems, life in general. We'd go on drives a lot. And so we started to bond more that summer. And when school started, we started to separate again. We both went to a technical college, but his campus was not at the same campus, so we never really went to school together. That's when I was I'm gonna make my own channel. My channel was my username Eli Ryan McGee, and that was my channel. That's where I uploaded videos that aren't there anymore. But I wanted to upload a sketch a week, so I uploaded all these dumb little videos. And this one time, the first video sketch I made with Daniel, which unfortunately is nowhere because we took it off. I took it down and it's deleted. It was called Timely Travel. And then I asked him for help again, and we wanted to do a song, and we got his friend Grayson, who's now my really good friend, involved, and we made Rodney. And that went up on my channel at first, and he contacted me and said how he put a lot of work into the song, and how my channel name was on it. I mean, I gave him credit, but how my channel name was on it, he did so much work for that, and he wanted to get, he wanted to do credit. So we talked a bit, and we decided to come up with Cyndago. And so we took Rodney off of my channel, which was probably uploaded, I think, December 12th. And we reached to Cyndago, December 17th, 2012. That's when our first uploaded video, Rodney, came out. And we made more videos. And he showed me this guy who was a Let's Player, who goes by the name of Markiplier. And he had a really deep voice, and he was very charismatic, and Daniel said he would be really good for a narration piece or a voiceover or something, and we're I don't know, wanting to collaborate with another creative person. And I emailed him up that night, and 2 hours later or so, he responded, and I was like, "Daniel, what?" Mark responded to us. He's like, "No way." I'm like, "Yeah," and he was so down, so we started Skyping, because he saw our videos and saw our potential. We started Skyping, and that's how Danger and Fiction came, and so much stuff happened, and he came and visited us a lot. We started developing, a friendship with him and a working relationship, and time passed, and we went out to LA. Um, uh, he flew us out to LA just to kind of experience it, and I remember the most achieving part was, it was great that Mark flew us out to LA. That was great. We never thought two South Carolina boys with two DSLR cameras would really, at the start in South Carolina, make it to LA. But we did, and we also submitted a film in a competition, The Afterlife, in Campus Movie Fest at USC, and that film ended up winning Best Picture, and we got to go to California for work separate from YouTube, even though we did upload it to YouTube afterwards. But we got to go to California for our own personal endeavor. You can check out the video. It's The Afterlife. And that was very rewarding for us. I remember we spent a whole week up in California, up in the Universal Studios area, and we took classes and courses, that we wanted to take, and we heard speakers, and it was so great. And we got to see The Afterlife together in a movie theater on a movie screen. And I remember that was just such an incredible moment for us. Fast forward, we keep on going in California. We keep on going in South Carolina. Mark comes to South Carolina every now and then. And we end up moving to Los Angeles because of all of you amazing people. We moved there in early February, and it was, when we got there, we couldn't believe it. We were astounded, as I said before, that two kids from South Carolina, and I was a bit of an outcast in school. Not really outcast, but I was very introverted, and I had a tiny group of friends, and Daniel brought me out of my shell, and I met new people. And so we left for California, and it was amazing. We started eating at local places, just to get because that's what Daniel was all about, experiencing new things, and not giving money to the corporate. I'm kidding, but so we worked in LA for 7 months, and it was a great journey from December 2012 to now. It has been wonderful, and I can't thank all of you enough. And I know Daniel was very appreciative of everything that y'all did for us, and I can't thank you enough for giving us the opportunity to experience all these amazing and beautiful things together. I miss him a lot. And I'm just going to share my favorite memory of Daniel. One day in South Carolina, it decided to snow a lot, like several inches, and it was this whole blizzard situation. No one was out on the roads. Daniel called me and asked me what I was doing, and I was like, nothing, man. He's like, let's hang. I'm like, okay, and we that's how connected we were. We wanted to see each other. See, the thing is, Daniel was more than just someone who worked with me. I'm an only child, and I never had a brother. Daniel was as close to a brother as I could have gotten. He touched my life and made such a permanent mark on it in only the 5 years that I knew him. He was an amazing, talented guy. So we live about 2 miles away from each other. We lived back in South Carolina, and we were like, okay, you start walking and I'll start walking in the snow, deserted streets, just piles of snow. You put on warm clothes. You start walking from your house. You'll start walking from my house. No, I'll start walking from my house, and we'll meet halfway. And so we just both walked through the snow, met halfway. I remember I saw him, and we were both like, oh, is this Daniel? He's like, ooh, is this Ryan? And remember, he's the one that broke the ice, and he just kind of like looked at me, just did his Daniel thing. He was very much Jim Carrey-ish. So we walked back to my house and we just hung out, watched movies, play video games. And that's my favorite memory. And I miss him a lot, and I wish he was here. And I'm going to keep him here, and the memories that I make. And that's another important thing is don't stop trying to create memories. And I'm not saying all your memories are going to be happy, or you may go years in your life where you're not happy. But you got to keep going. You got to keep making memories. You got to just have just so much stored that when you look on the projector screen of your life, you see a fantastic movie that you don't regret. Or even you see a movie that you are happy you were a part of. And even though it may be a horrible part right now, or the tension may be high, the credits don't have to roll so soon. Before we've even gotten to the climax, gotten to the meat of your story. And unfortunately, Daniel has passed away, and he was 21 years old and so talented, and he was my brother, and I love him so much, and I wish he was here. I wish he was here next to me. This is the room that we started Cyndago in. He was sitting on this couch on his laptop, and I was laying on my bed over there. And it sucks that I'm having to sit on this couch alone. I miss him. But he will live on through Cyndago and all the stuff he's made, all the people's lives that he's just affected in such a positive way. Cyndago will not continue, of course, but the videos will stay open, so enjoy them. Matt, who is a recent part of Cyndago, he's transitioning back to Kids with Problems. Check it out, there's a link somewhere, I'm sure. That's where he's going now, to his original sketch comedy, which, I mean, best of luck. Seriously, it's a great channel. I loved it. My favorite video is the store one. I can't remember, Shopping with Dad or a Trip to the Store, I think it is. But go check out his channel, be a part of it. He's a great and talented guy, and I'm happy that I got to meet him through Daniel, and I'm happy that I'm going to be living with him soon. I'm headed back to LA at an undisclosed time, but we will be together again, and of course with Mark, who has been an incredible person and so kind and caring, and just an overwhelming presence positively in our lives. And I thank him strongly for that. Thank you, Mark. Seriously, thank you very much for everything you provided Daniel and I with this amazing opportunity that he could get his voice heard to millions of people, by millions of people. And that is something that I will never forget. Thank you, seriously. And thank you to everyone who we've collaborated with, who's taken your time to be in a video with us. And thank you, every one of you who is watching this, and even the people who aren't watching this. Thank you for being on this journey with us. I don't regret it. I'm going to miss Cyndago. I'm going to miss all the things that could have been. More importantly, I'm going to miss Daniel. That's a scar that will not heal, but in time. But not focus on the bad. His life, he lived a great life. Too short of life, but a great one. And I really encourage everyone to live their life to the fullest. And I'm not talking about going out and skydiving or being the happiest you've ever been. I mean simply live in the moments you are given and find something that you find worth in yourself for, and stay here with us. Please. So, as I said, go check out Matt's channel. of course, you already know us from Mark. And you can follow me on Twitter at Eli Rye McGee. That's my handle for like every social media thing. So you can follow me there, see what I do next. I will continue working on YouTube with Mark and Matt. I need time to figure things out for myself. And thank you guys for being a part of this journey. And I'm sorry that I'm not sorry for anything, actually. Thank you for providing all of this. And there will be a final memorial video for Daniel uploaded later today. Stay tuned for that. It's within the next 24 hours, so keep it locked. Thank you.